Hello everyone and welcome to my review of Kengan Omega Chapter 67. So, at the end of last chapter, we had the Falcon telling Rahito that he wasn't interested in fighting him and wanted to get to his master, Kuroki Jensei, who he called the Ninja Master or whatever. So, starting off this chapter, we have Falcon naming off a bunch of fictional ninja masters and saying that he's the heir of their legacy. So this is actually, like, no joke, one of the funniest fucking characters in the series, without him having to do, like, any fucking slapstick shit. This is, like, one of the funniest things in the series to me. So Rahito responds by saying that his master's not a ninja, which, like, he's not. He's, like, a karate master. And then we just get a lot of fighting. And by fighting, I mean Rahito trying to hit Falcon and missing him all the time. And then Falcon getting in hits on Rahito. And eventually he stabs him in the neck. But apparently it wasn't deep, even though it looks like he's, like, a whole fucking knuckle in. I don't understand how that's not deep. How does that not look deep to you people? I don't understand. Commentators in the Kengan world are weird. Then again, people have had their faces stomped in, and it's just been like, oh, we'll just take him to the hospital for a couple days. We'll just fix him right up. That's just how Kengan rolls, I guess. Yeah. No, a lot of this chapter, I thought last week that we would see Rahito pull out some techniques or something and start to really push back on Falcon, but no, most of this chapter is just him getting his ass kicked. Like, Falcon stabs him in the fucking thigh with his toes, and he's wondering why he couldn't see it coming. Then we go back to the commentators, and Toyota's saying that just because Rahito knows the trick doesn't mean he can see it coming every time. And then we have, what's her name? Toga? Muteba's boss, screaming, "Don't you have somewhere else to be, you fuck?" It's hilarious. And he's like, "Oh, you're no fun." This is a really great interaction we're having. Toyota's great in that he's like a fucking man-child. So whenever someone's, like, super rain on his parade, it's pretty funny. But then Muteba's thinking, and he's saying that Falcon's adapted, and he's added something else. And Toyota says that he did. It was the sidestep, which is him throwing off the timing of an attack long enough to take his opponent by surprise, which was a simplified version of what the fake Yuzaki guy did from much earlier in the series. He said that anyone seeing it for the first time is going to fall for it. So Toga asks how come he's struggling with something that simple, like a shitty trick like that, and says that he's a fighter, but Toyota's like, yeah, that's the reason why he's falling for it. It's much more effective on opponents with greater instinct. And using it in combination with misdirection makes it all the more dangerous. So essentially Rahito worrying about Falcon's attacks and trying to predict them is what's causing him to slip up, and it's why Falcon's getting in all these hits on him. It's called the Falcon-style ninja arts Fierce Attack Formation. And then we just go back to more of Rahito getting his shit kicked in. He takes a palm strike to the chin, and then he thinks he's going to take a roundhouse, but then Falcon feints it, and he punches him. He fucking backhands him right in the side of the face. And everyone's thinking that Falcon's going to walk away with it. And Falcon himself is thinking that this was a mismatch, and that you are no match for me. He calls him a stepping stone on the way to defeating Kuroki Jensei. Again, this guy has no fucking clue what he's getting into. He doesn't know the slightest. I assume his understanding of Kuroki Jensei is based on whatever other people told him, probably Toyota. And he has never, ever seen this guy fighting in real life. He has no idea what he's in for. And he wants to see if his fingers are greater than the Devil Lance. So we go back to Rahito, who's saying that he's not following his training at all, and that he needs to keep his cool and think. And as he's trying to wonder what to do, he takes a fucking big left hook to the jaw, and the text sort of fades out and gets covered in the blood spray, and we see that he's reeling. You can tell from looking at his eyes that he's, like, struggling to stay conscious. And then we see this guy, Kiriman, Takaze Kiriman. You know where this is going already, if you've already read Kengan Ashura. Or, no, he appeared earlier in this, too. And he says that Ichiro is going to lose at this rate, and that he's just too incompatible with this guy. But then, the beard himself, Kuroki Gensai, says that the reverse is also true. Rihido's opponent is just as incompatible with him as he is with Falcon. And that's the end of the chapter. So, there's not as much to talk about as there was in the last chapter, because the last 2 chapters or so have been really dialogue heavy, where this is almost all just fighting. But it's just great to see Kuroki again. His beard looks fuller, and it's weird to not see him in, like, his karate outfit. It's quite bizarre to see him, like, in this trench coat. I think his beard is fuller, too. I guess that means his power level's grown or something. So, now that Kuroki's shown up, I have a feeling that, Rihido will be, inspired or whatever. Or no, he doesn't even really see him there. But now that we, the audience, have seen him, I'm sure that Rihido will figure out how to beat Falcon, and we'll probably get a flashback next chapter. Sounds pretty plausible, I think. I assume we'll maybe get, like, half flashback, half combat, like Rihido trying to figure out how to beat Falcon, and we're getting, like, flashbacks in between of him in his training, and then, like, probably the end of the chapter will be him figuring out how to beat Falcon. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I do Kengan Omega reviews every week. If you like other series such as Record of Ragnarok, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and Bleach, I do videos on those series as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.